Hi, welcome back. I'm Ashley. I'm a blogger at The Frugal Ginger, where I love sharing tips to help you run your family and your finances more effectively and efficiently. And one of those tips we're going to do today is about making homemade baked goods to give to your neighbors or coworkers for the holidays. I know we're kind of all on a budget right now, especially the holiday season, but we still want to be able to give as much as we can. So one of the ways I like to do that is to obviously just make it. If you're tired of making the same old sugar cookies, I wanted to share this gingerbread recipe that my family's been making pretty much since I can remember. This is my mom's recipe, so shout out to Mom. I think she's been making this since the early 90s. I don't really know where she got the recipe from, but she shared it with me, so I'm going to share it with you. And if you're here for a gingerbread man cookie recipe, this is not it. This is more of like a cake-like gingerbread. Now you can decorate and make this any way you want. I usually make it in an 8x8 pan. I did try to make it in a really cute gingerbread man shaped pan, but it did not work out very well. So, take your own risk with that. It turned out cute, but the gingerbread was too heavy and it kind of split in the middle, so it looked like my gingerbread man had open heart surgery, and that's not what I want to give a neighbor for a gift. So I made it in a regular pan. You can make this in a loaf pan if that's what you have. It's perfectly fine. So let's head to the kitchen and see exactly what we're going to need to make this recipe. Okay, so for this recipe, we're going to need 2 cups of flour, a half a cup of dark brown sugar, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, half a cup grandma's molasses. You can use any brand, but I like grandma's. You will need 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening. I usually use Crisco. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. You're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of ground ginger. Going to need 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, as well as 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You're also going to need this sifter because the flour does need to be sifted. You'll also need 1 egg and 1/4 cup of butter. Now we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. First thing you're going to do is sift your flour. So just add 1 cup at a time and just sift away. Next, add the 1/2 cup of dark brown sugar. We're going to add all the dry ingredients together first. So next comes the 1.5 teaspoon of baking soda, and the 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, the 1.5 teaspoon of ginger, the 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, and the salt. And then you're just going to whisk until it's all combined really well. Next, you're going to add 1/4 cup of softened butter with the 1/4 cup of vegetable shortening. You are going to want to get a butter knife or a spoon or something to get the shortening out, and make sure you scrape the sides really well to get it all in there. And then we're just going to mix this up until it's incorporated pretty good. So once that's all mixed together, scrape the sides really well so that can get mixed in with our dry mixture. And then we're just going to add all the dry mixture to our butter and Crisco, vegetable shortening mixture. I call it Crisco. Mix that up for about a minute just to kind of get it started. And then we will add our 1 egg and the 1/2 cup of molasses. Make sure you pour it over the mixing bowl, because if you spill this on your counters, it's going to be a pain in the butt to clean up. And again, you'll want to use a knife or a spoon to scrape the sides to get it all out. Now we're going to mix all this together for about a minute or two, and it should form like more of a dough kind of consistency. Just scrape it all off, and then make sure you have a cup of hot water ready to go. And we're gonna slowly, and I do mean slowly, add the water to our mixture. I dumped it in all at once one time and it looked like I just made a big bowl of soup. So add it in a little bit at a time, and it will give you more of a cake-like, well, cake batter consistency. I have greased and floured my 8x8 pan. I know how to do that. Just take vegetable shortening with your fingers and spread it around the pan. Get it all over the bottom and up the sides. Add a little bit of flour and just kind of sprinkle it around until it's all covered. Make sure you scrape the sides so you get all of the mixture into the pan. And make sure that you smooth it out. You can bang it on the counter if there's any bubbles to get the bubbles out. We're gonna bake it for about 35 to 40 minutes, and it should come out looking like this, all nice and golden brown. And if you want to, you can wrap it up with a ribbon, some plastic wrap. And I got these cute little plates at the Dollar Tree that I'm going to put them on to give to the neighbors and coworkers. So that's it. Really simple, easy. It's really come out looking great for me whenever I make it, except for in the gingerbread man pan. But I really love this recipe. It was a hit with the neighbors that we gave it to. And you can decorate it any way you want. You know, if you want to sprinkle some powdered sugar on the top, you can make like a cream cheese icing to go over it and drizzle it on top. That would be really good. But I personally like just eating it plain and having it with a cup of coffee in the morning. And it really gets you in the Christmas spirit, and not to mention that your house will smell amazing when you are cooking this recipe. So that is it for today. If you want to see more videos like this or learn more frugal living, money saving tips, make sure to subscribe below, and I'll see you next time.